But however, I must say that there are problems that we need to address and get over. For example, grid connectivity is a major issue in India. As most friends in the media would know, grid in the rural areas in India is across the country is highly unreliable. So what happens is, if an investor puts in crores of rupees and connects and puts up a solar PV power plant and connects it to, say, a 33 by 11 kVA substation in a Nalgonda or a Mahamnagar or a Medak, we know that these substations don't work for most part of the day. So an investor who puts up a solar PV power plant, how does he feed this solar power into the grid? Well, this is a question that is now being tackled at the national level. We know that bigger substations, whether it's 220 kV or 132 kV, if you feed your power into a 33 kVA line at a 132 by 33 kV substation, it's significantly better. But still, even there are, completely power shutoffs for some time. So when the substation goes off, then how does the PV power plant, the solar PV power plant, feed the power into the substation at that point of time? And if it can't feed, then how does the investor make up his loss? Well, this is a question that I think the government of India will come up with a solution soon, and that is something which is really troubling investors across the country. The second thing is about finance and investments for solar PV power plants. While I find a huge interest in the applications for applying for solar PV power plants in India across the country, still it is unsure as to how many banks would actually come forward to finance this on a purely commercial basis. When we have only one specialized lending institution in India, there is the Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency, which is funding any solar activity. Probably the Power Finance Corporation also lend. But I hope and pray that banks come up in a big way to lend for the solar PV power plants, because it is a new activity and generally they will be more apprehensive. But I sincerely hope that they come forward to fund. And the amount of interest, I was in Germany last month for a couple of weeks. Huge interest in India worldwide in solar activity in India. I mean, a lot of new companies, new technologies likely to come up. I'm really very happy that at this juncture, SEMI has taken the lead in organizing this international exhibition and conference in Hyderabad. I wish them all success. I'm sure the panel here of experts is going to give us some good insights into solar PV power plants. I've seen them myself. I've seen across the world, I've seen many solar PV power plants. The single big difference is that grid connectivity is going to become a fairly complex issue. It's not so in many countries in Europe or the US, but there is something that once we address, I have no doubt at all that the target set by the Government of India under the National Solar Mission, which was announced by the Prime Minister of India on the last Independence Day, will definitely be met about doing 20,000 megawatts of solar power by 2022. Thank you very much.